Hello, everybody. This morning, I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for some time, which is a 20-minute practice for when you have no mat. Quite often, I find when I'm traveling, or if I'm on holiday, if you've been running around all day, you really kind of feel like you quite like to do a yoga practice, but you haven't got your mat, hotel room's too small, not really got much time, multitude of things, and then of course you can't really think of anything to do. So that, may not make your feet slip or whatever. So I have purposefully not got a mat today, and I'm going to work through 20-minute practice, something that you can do when you're out and about and you just feel like you need to stretch yourself out, lift your heart rate slightly. Be mindful, obviously, of the fact that there is no mat, no sticky mat. Make sure you haven't got any socks on, because that will make it super slippy. And we will go down onto the floor, which we'll do towards the end. If the carpet or the flooring is really not suitable wherever you are, then you could always use a bed. Okay, so let's get going. So one of the things I thought we could start with is some Kriyas. They're the breathing exercises where you build heat into the body so it can start to loosen up. The Kriyas that we're doing are the one where you inhale, your hands are rested on your thighs. We can make it into a little bit of a cat-cow as well. So the motion is to breathe everything out through your nose, and your body's in this sort of position. Then as you suck your belly up underneath your ribs, you're rounding into a cat type pose. You're holding your breath for the count of 3, and then you're releasing, and you will naturally feel you will naturally breathe in. So we're going to do 3 of those. So big inhale, exhaling everything through the nose, lifting the tummy up into the diaphragm, under the ribs rather, for 2, for 3, and release. Inhale, exhale everything out, sucking the tummy up for 1, for 2, for 3, and release. Last one. Nice inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, lifting everything up under the ribs for 1, for 2, for 3, and release. Come to standing, and let's shake everything. So start with the wrists. You can take them up, and the arms, and then the legs, just to get some blood flowing, and the feet. Okay. And now we're going to do some sun salutations, but half salutations. So we're not going to go down onto the mat into the usual chaturanga. So feet grounded on the floor, lift up your toes, hands at your heart. Take a moment, your heart rate's probably lifted slightly. Place all your toes down. Find some focus. Inhale to look up. Exhale, bending the knees, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Your feet are hip width apart. Engage those muscles down your back. Exhale, fold, allow the crown of your head to sink down. And now inhale, lift it all up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One last go. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Remember to lift your tummy as well. Exhale, forward fold. Legs straight or bent. Tummy should be draping over your thighs. Inhale, rise all the way up. This shouldn't be hurting your lower back. It should be loosening your lower back. Now I'm going to turn slightly so you can see me for this sun V version. So inhale, sit back in a nice low chair. Legs are together, wrapping inwards, holding on to each other. Arms are lengthening above your head. One more breath. Lift up the heels. For 1, for 2, for 3. Lower the heels. Take hold of your left wrist. And now take your left leg behind you and lean over towards the left. Inhaling for 1, for 2, for 3. Exhale back to center, hands to your heart. Inhale, sit back in your low chair. Exhale, lifting up your heels for 1, for 2, for 3. Right wrist, right foot behind, leaning over towards the left. Breathing into the sides. Allow those side ribs to open. So I'm really lifting and lengthening. Exhale, back to prayer. Inhale to look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crown of the head to the mat. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And we'll do one more of that sun V version. So inhale, sitting back, low on your feet. Inhale to lift up those heels. Keep reaching to the ceiling. Breathing for 2, for 3. Left wrist, left, right, right wrist, right leg, left, over to the left. Doesn't really matter which side you do first. Your heart will be happily bounding by now. Inhale back. Exhale, sit back in chair pose. Inhale, up come the heels. Last one of these. For 2, you're looking great. For 3, exhale, opposite foot behind. Open out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold, swiveling round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, head to the mat. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So you should be a little bit warmed up by now. Allow your breath to steady. Allow your focus to return. And inhale. This time we're going to sit back. And exhale, forward fold, and heel toe your feet slightly apart. Take hold of your big toe. Inhale to lift forward. Be mindful of where your hips are. You don't want them too far back and you don't want them too far forward. You should feel the weight pretty even across your feet. And exhale, forward fold. Allow yourself 3 breaths here. So feel your upper body lengthening, crown of your head dipping towards the mat. Last breath here. Release your fingers. Pop your left hand on your right foot. Bend your left knee and inhale. Turn your arm up to the ceiling. Keep lengthening and lifting for 2, for 3. Exhale, come down. Opposite side. Inhale, sweep your arm up, bending that right knee. Get some length through your side. Turning your head, the neck moving as well. Exhale back. This time tuck your hands underneath your feet. So inhale, exhale, forward fold. Padagustasana, which is a nice one. I always think it opens the backs of the legs. So with
If you have more flexibility in your hamstrings, lift your sit bones up and really use the connection between your feet and your hands to bring your head lower down and then lengthening. Inhale up, hands on the floor, heel toe your feet, and come into a Malasana squat. I'm really sure why these lights are so bad. Lengthening the tailbone down, lifting up. Take your left hand, your right hand to the floor. Inhale, twist to look up. Bring it back down, left hand, twist. So we should work through all of the back in this little flow, little matchless flow. So, quick challenge, if you have crow in your practice and the floor is a carpet or wood and you're confident, then you can bring yourself into flow, otherwise just into a crow, otherwise just stay on the mat as you are. So you tip toes together, tip forward into your crow pose, keep pushing through those shoulders down, doming through the top of your ribs. Inhale, allow your head to come forward and sweep all the way up, hands to your heart. Maybe do a little bit of a wriggle. So next up, a few balancing. Now these beautiful leggings are completely hopeless when it comes to trying to hold tree pose because my feet are incredibly slippy on them. So I'm going to give it my best shot. Balancing is always good to bring your focus back if you've been busy during the day. Quite often quite challenging as well. So find something steady and still. Allow your breathing to settle. And then when you're ready, bring your right foot around and over your left foot. Oops. And then your right arm underneath for eagle arms and eagle legs. You're wrapping, your legs are spiraling inwards to each other, so they're really quite a solid base, and your upper body is lengthening up, and you're getting a nice stretch around your shoulders. Breathing here for 2, 3, inhale, come back up. Hands to your hips, straight into warrior 3. So connect that back chain of muscles. If you wish, you can interlace your fingers and come forward into warrior 3. Oops, a bit wobbly. Breathing here. Oh, got a problem of my own. Oops. Well, you know what to do. Always come out and then go back in. Hands to hips. Not doing this particularly well. Exhale, forward fold into standing splits. So head long, back leg lifted. Keep lifting, use the muscles at the back of the leg. It's not a wibbly wobbly half a dancer. It's quite dynamic. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands at your heart. Let's go on the other side. So this time left foot lifted up into tree pose. Once again, settle. Find that steady point. Really root down, particularly if you're finding balance and more of a challenge today. Root down through that foot and lift up through your body. Bring the left leg over for the wrap, the eagle legs. Left arm under right arm. Shuffle round again. Make sure you're sitting down. You have a nice long spine. Elbows are lifting, legs are wrapping. Two more breaths. Exhale, hands to your hips. Come forward with or without the finger bind into warrior 3. Keep lifting the shoulders and the chest, so that you do feel something down the back of your body. Some lift, some energy. Exhale, folding forward into standing splits with your left leg high. Neck long, keep lifting. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Last one. Exhale, bring your feet together. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to your heart. One final twist before we come into some more stretchy poses. So inhale to sit back in your chair. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hook your left elbow over your right knee. Take a breath to prepare. Transfer your weight onto your right foot. So pick up your left heel and then take your left foot back into a lunge and a twist. Make sure that you have strong legs. Keep rotating that chest around. Turn to face the mat, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, mat. When there's no mat, that's a bit daft. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Other side, sit back in your chair. Right elbow over left knee. Breath here. Transfer your weight onto your left leg. Be mindful now, take your right leg back. Keep rotating. So it's quite a few things you can do. One, to lift your heart rate, so you feel like you've warmed up. And two, to unlock the kinks that we all have when we're doing these kind of practices. So stepping that foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat down and come down onto the floor. So come onto all fours. You might just want to swing your hips for a minute. Or the bed, if the floor is particularly disgusting, go with the bed. And now bring your right knee behind your right wrist for pigeon. So opening up the chest, should be okay on the bed. Bringing your right ankle forward. No pain in the knee or the joints. Obviously avoid this if there is. So inhale to look up. Feel that back leg lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, resting your hands on your forehead or on a towel or a pillow or anything that seems to be handy. We'll do 5 breaths here. 4. 3, keep adjusting, breathing into that stretch. Last deep breath in. And exhale, come up onto your hands. Bring, mindfully take that leg back. Again, quick wriggle of the hips. And now bring the left one forward. Same thing. We'll start by lifting up out of the pose. So you want nice square level hips. You can give yourself as much padding as you need with pillows or cushions or even a book or a shoe. Inhale to look up and exhale. Come down. Again, 5 breaths on this side. Back leg is long, hips level. As you exhale, see if you can release any tension that you have around your left glute. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Exhale, come up onto all fours and now make your way down. Again, if you want to change to the bed, that's absolutely fine. I want your knees hip width apart, arms out to the side, and now just windscreen wiper your legs backwards and forwards.
And you'll feel that around the top of your pelvis. So now take with your feet in that position, don't change the position of your feet, move your legs over to the left. If you want, you can hook your left foot over your knee. You might find that very comfortable, you might find that impossible. Choice is absolutely yours. And now turn your head towards the right. So that foot kind of just adds a bit of weight and traction to the top of the right pelvis, all the way down the front of your hip flexor. 2 more breaths here. Inhale back up. Couple more windscreen wipers from side to side. And now take your knees over to the right. Right foot hooks on top of left knee. Head turns to the left. 5 breaths. 4. 1 more. And now hug your knees into your chest. Your choice to take a Shavasana, or as our time is up, I'm going to roll onto my side and sit in my gloomy room, wondering why my lights are so useless. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together. I hope that you've enjoyed that and that you've got something you can do when you've not got much space, you've not got a block, and you've not got a mat. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye.